Schlettwein told the National Assembly that freehold title and ownership is only allowed in towns and cities. However, Schlettwein explained that once a town is demarcated and surveyed, such land is no longer part of communal land after proclamation. Green schemes are also demarcated and surveyed piece of land for agricultural purposes. But Schlettwein said such land still forms part of communal land and therefore freehold title ownership is not possible.
Section 32 of the Land Bill, which I doubt has been read by these that have made these statements, restricts the acquisition of customary land rights by foreign nationals who cannot enter in any agreement with any person who hold a customary land right without the written prior approval by the minister responsible for land reform. So even subleasing is not allowed unless it is under special authority.
There are currently different rights that can be granted for land uses in Namibia. These include right of leaseholds, customary land rights, and occupational land rights in case of institutions which offer public service. In case of a lease agreement, the minister said there are economic benefits for the country.
Investors have transformed some state land, such as Außenkehr, which created a very significant agricultural production potential. That potential was in fact realized by attracting investors into that area. This Außenkehr example is self-explaining, especially in the agricultural sector, and it is good if it can be regulated in other unproductive lands in our country.
Schlettwein also made it clear that it has never been the practice of government to impose leasehold and foreign investors upon local communities on communal land, as traditional authorities are the main drivers in exercising their power and primary land allocation.
A good example is the North Coast Private School in Oshikoto region, funded and founded by a foreign investor. The investor of this project commenced with the actual development prior to authorization by the minister. There has been pressure from the region where the ministry is seen of not being sensitive towards regional development and the desires of the judicial authority, despite the investor not having followed the laid procedures. It is one of very few examples where a foreign investor was allocated such rights.
Non-Namibians are allowed to lease land for investment purposes only up to 25 years with an option to renew, further bearing in mind the social responsibility of such an investor to the community. The minister says the land bill expected to be tabled this year will allow foreigners to partner with Namibians to unleash their potential in the communal areas. Timo Andreas, NBC News, Parliament.